So, this is Sherry live from Vancouver with At 45, the magazine for women over 45. For those of us who are rediscovering who we are and exploring what we want next in life. And we want more of everything: love, fun, laughter, and fulfillment. And these are trying times. So our quarantine conversations are an opportunity to break out of the four walls, find some mental stimulation, laugh and share experiences. And when the magazine is working hard to provide a forum for women in general, but specifically right now we're focusing on getting you through these difficult times. And so quarantine conversations, we're looking to connect and chat with women around the world. So welcome. Just housekeeping, if these videos are being taped and shared out on YouTube, so if you're not comfortable with having your picture or your profile up, you'll want to use an avatar. So, welcome, Michelle. We've overcome a few obstacles this morning.
Good morning, Sherry. Good morning, everybody.
So just to share, Michelle is from Australia, Michelle McIntyre, and she is doing junk weaving, which is just amazing. You can see the picture on your screen of a beautiful bag made out of champagne labels, believe it or not. And we're so excited to have her with us. We had the time mixed up a little bit, and I think she was just climbing out of bed. So welcome, Michelle.
Thank you so much, Sherry. It's just wonderful to be here with you all today. I'm just having some IT problems. My computer is not working. Obviously, everybody around the world is using the internet at the moment because that is our main way of communication. So I've just called you up on my phone and we'll just have to struggle through it, I guess.
Well, the reception on your phone is clear. The people watching have something to look at. I'm going to be sharing some of your things that you've created as we go through the day. So let's jump right in. So how did you get involved in junk weaving, Michelle?
It's a funny story, actually. My daughter was going to after school care, and I was working full time, and they sent out this leaflet to say, oh, come and learn how to make a bowl out of newspaper and magazines. And I went, oh, that sounds pretty cool. So I went with my daughter and I met this fantastic lady called Megan, and she taught us how to make bowls out of magazines. And I just went, you know, this is so fantastic. And I was working for the government at the time and involved in our Indigenous communities up in the Cape. And I said to Megan, you know, this would be fantastic with what you do, that we could get you up into communities and to teach people about using their rubbish. So anyway, I did that. Megan went and she did all sorts of things. And, of course, I got addicted. She taught me how to weave. And that was it. So I've been doing it for over 10 years now.
That's just amazing. And you use all kinds of products. Tell us some of the range of junk that you're using.
Okay, so obviously that bag that you're looking at, the red bag there, that would be chip and chocolate packets. They're our favourite medium because they're so easy to use and they look so absolutely incredible. Then we use ring pulls. So we crochet ring pulls and we make bags and belts.
Oh, and I think I have a picture of that. Let me just bring it up. There it is.
Yep. So that's the belt out of ring pulls. Really cool. It was funny because I did one as a bit of a trial. And I took it to, I was working at an art gallery at the time, And one of our artists come in and he just went, "Oh, I so want that, Michelle." I gave it to him. Anyway, he came back in the next week and I said, Tommy, where's your belt? He goes, "Oh, I had to give it to one of my family. They loved it more than me." Oh, hilarious.
Well, that's amazing. Now, I believe that you also create fashion, and I think that's actually how we met
It
when
is.
the magazine was supporting Eco Fashion Australia, and you were one of the people creating an article to show. And I'm actually, just I think I've got that.
Our Elton John dress.
Oh, your
There it
Elton
is.
John dress. So there it is. You can see people. The model in the middle is wearing it. Now, tell us what that's made out of.
Okay, so Elton John dress is a creation of myself and another two weavers, Shanna, I should say, and Lily. And what we did was I repurposed a lot of things. And our regional council, do you call them regional councils in Canada?
Probably city councils or city
Council?
governments. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, they had like hundreds of these flying around Cairns before the Elton John concert. And of course, what were they going to do with them? They were going to throw them into the garbage, into landfill. So anyway, they got hold of me and I managed to scoop them all up and put them in my garage. And then it was like, what are we going to do with all these banners? Because they're really, really thick. So over a glass of wine or two one day we went, oh, let's make a dress. But we needed to pull together the vinyl with the Elton John pictures and our weaving. So as you can see in the pictures, we've put strips of the banners together and sewn our weaves in it. So this dress was on the runway up at Port Douglas and then over at Fremantle in Australia in WA for Eco Fashion Week Australia, not last year, the year before. And we still have the dress. It's a one-off creation. There is not another one in the world. We don't know what we're going to do with it. If somebody wants it, we'd be happy to sell it.
Well, it's beautiful. And the picture that we're showing, it doesn't exactly show the pictures of Elton John, but on the lower levels, you see his picture in all its glory. So it is an amazing piece. Now, have you done other fashion or pieces out of it?
Not myself, but my can I call her partner in crime? I'm not sure if she's on yet. Lily's going to dial in. She has made this incredible top and it's out of wrinkles and it's sort of like a halter neck top and comes down and it is absolutely gorgeous, Sherry. I've never seen anything like it.
Well, we'd love to show that. And we can actually show it, in the repeat video. And I do believe Lily is on. Is that you, Lily? Lil?
Unmute, Lily.
There. Is that, I think we can hear you now. Lily, is that you? Are you the Lily she's talking about?
Yes.
Hello, Lily.
Hello, I can't see Shell. I can see Sherry.
Yeah, no, I'm having some computer problem.
Yeah.
Michelle is just calling in on the phone. So we're so glad that you can join us. And if you can send me a picture of that piece of clothing, Lily, I'll put it up with the video after.
Yeah. It's on my phone. So, Shell, have you got the photo?
No, I accidentally deleted a whole heap of things, so I haven't got it, Lily. Can you hold it up?
Just get my phone. I had my phone. It looks better in the photo on the girl.
Yeah, no. Oh, yeah, I forgot about that. That's something that I can send Sherry.
Yeah, can you see me at all?
We can see you, yes.
I can't
Not
see
sure
how.
we'd be able to see your phone though.
Can you
I can
see that?
try.
Am I holding it the right place?
Yes, you are, but no, there's too much light in there. But I'll share it out with the watchers after, Lily. So thank you very much and welcome. Happy to have you on.
Yes.
I'm just going to mute you again as we talk to Michelle. So Michelle, what are the benefits that you got from this weaving?
Look, I really started to do a lot of weaving after I left my job. What happened was I'd been working for the Australian Public Service for 31 years, Sherry, and in 2012, my husband died very, very suddenly, and left me a single mum with a 9-year-old daughter.
Oh, I'm
And
sorry.
the job that I had was, I was a director in the public service, and it was the Department of, or it turned out to be the Department of Prime Minister and Cabinet. And I was travelling all the time to various Indigenous communities around Cape York. And my daughter had real anxiety issues with me going away, because obviously she'd lived through the trauma of her dad dying at home, and it wasn't, you know, it wasn't nice. So I went, you know what, there's got to be more to life than working and making me stressed and making my daughter stressed and anxious and everything. So I was really lucky. After a change of government, there was an opportunity to take what we call a package. So that's when they say, oh, surplus staff will pay you out. So I had 31 years in the department, and I put up my hand and said, I don't want to do this anymore. So then came junk weaving, and it was a bit of a salvation for me, because when you've been in a high-level position, a position of power, you've had a big staff, you're on the go constantly, and all of a sudden there's nothing. It's a big void, Sherry, you know, and it's difficult, and people struggle with that. And I'll tell you quite honestly, I really struggled, and I didn't know what to do. And luckily, weaving was one of my salvations. The other one was learning to tap, but we'll talk about that later. And so I got into it. I met people like Lily, you know, forged friendships, had women to rely on, women to talk to, women to help me through the frustration and the difficulties that I was having, you know. And plus it was very therapeutic, because it's a bit of right brain, left brain stuff, you know, with the weaving. So it's really, really good for you. So that's how I got into it.
Well, what would you say is the key learning from the whole experience of weaving, going, you know, and showing the weaving? I know you've done, you know, a lot of traveling, showing the products and the process.
For me, regenerating my creativity that I thought was lost. As a kid, I used to crochet and, you know, do all sorts of things. And then life got in the way, Sherry, you know, and my creativity was lost, or I thought it was lost. And to be able to become creative and have joy in producing things is just so amazing. And Lily and I, and Shanna and my daughter Zoe, we've done quite a few classes, and we jump in the car and off we go. And it's like a little bit of an adventure, you know, it's great fun.
Well, I think all of us get to a point in our life, all women, and I mean, that's what the magazine is about. We get to a point in our life where we are needing to reconnect and do things with that creative side that we may not have been involved with before. So this is a wonderful and a really unique way of doing that, Michelle.
Oh, look, it really is. And have you ever heard of an organisation called the CWA?
No, I haven't.
Okay, it might be. I think it's bigger than Australia. It's Country Women's Association, and years and years and years and years and years ago, when I was a tiny tot, my grandmother was actually the Australian president, and it's it was focused at, you know, country women who lived a bit in isolation, didn't have the things that the town people had, and you know, they ran arts and crafts classes, and they met, you know, once a month, and they made food and cooked, and it's that camaraderie of women, you know. And in one way, I thought about junk weavers as like the CWA of the 2000s, you know.
Right.
It's got the ability to bring women together, to talk, to empower women. And you know, I did get some empowerment out of it, because gosh, we're teaching people, we're creating new things, and it's like, wow, where did this come from?
Absolutely. And you're saving the planet. I mean,
We're saving the planet one wrapper at a time.
absolutely. I know when I talked to you a couple of years ago, you know, one of the challenges was to put a financial piece to your endeavors. Have you found a way to do that? Has that become easier? No.
Nah. I mean, I guess it's the same worldwide. When you're creating something, you're an artist, you're putting your heart and soul and time into something, and you can't possibly get paid for the amount of hours in what you do. So, for example, with what we do, first of all, we collect the rubbish. Then it's all got to be washed. Well, first of all, we top and tail it, so you cut the say a chip packet open. Then you've got to wash it. Okay, then we use some templates, and you've got to cut it. Then you've got to weave it into like rows. Then build what you want to make and sew it. So when you think of all those hours, and you know, we charge $25 for a bowl or $70 for a handbag. It's no way. I think, what was it, Lily? Something about 10 cents an hour or something we might get. You know, crazy stuff.
So it's a labor of love, but you know, many of our endeavors as women, especially retired or older, the hobbies are an endeavor of love and not for financial compensation.
Well, absolutely, you know. And what I love about this is my mum, I don't know if you're on, Mum, hello if you are, if you're out of bed, but my mum helps, and I cut the plastic up and she will fold it for me. And she's got a friend who lives in the same set of villas as she does, and they get together and they fold for me. You know, so she's 80 and she loves it. You know, she doesn't want to put it together, but she's quite happy to fold for us. So in the endeavors that we're doing now, that's what she's doing.
Well, that's a fabulous thing. So, you know, although it's a labor of love for you, it's also craft projects. Like it's great craft projects for your kids, your grandkids. Everyone can participate in it.
Absolutely. My daughter, like I write her in, as I said before, she comes with Lily and Shanna and I, and she's a teacher. Like she's very good at weaving. And it was funny, we all went down to Townsville, which is about 4 to 5 hours drive south of where we live. And we ran some classes. And I was walking out of the shopping centre because we'd got a coffee, and down I went because I've got really bad ankles, sprained my ankle. So anyway, this was before we even started the class. So we hobbled to the class. And anyway, Zoe, she stood up and rose to the occasion, and basically she had to do all the stuff that I would normally have done because I just had to sit there nursing this sprained ankle. So, you know, it's wonderful for her. Think about the life skills that she's getting before she even gets out into the workforce, her ability to be able to communicate with people. Like, it's just fabulous.
Absolutely. I'm just showing a pair of earrings that you also did.
Yep.
So there's actually no limit to the kind of products that you can do the weaving with.
Well, that's right. It's just limited to your imagination. And if your imagination is good, you know, anything is possible. We make bangles. We teach kids to make bangles, earrings and key rings. And, you know, they really love it. I love to work with dog food and pet food, cat food bags. You know, it's people look at me and like, what? But it's such the colours. So think about this, Sherry. Think about the last time you went to the supermarket and you walked down that cat and dog food aisle. And if you haven't got a pet, you probably haven't noticed. But those of you online who do have a pet, you'll know the colours of the bags are just absolutely amazing.
I don't have pets, but who knew? I'm gonna pay attention the next time I go to the grocery store.
Go and have a look. And when I teach, and you know, I talk about this and with people who do have animals, and it's like, I got to the stage I was feeding my dog the brand of dog food that I needed the colour of, you know.
No, I see you're actually in the waiting room. If I admit you, there's going to be feedback from your phone.
I'll get straight off the phone.
Okay, so let's do that right now then. Are you there, Michelle? Just give us a minute.
Can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you. Welcome,
let's
Michelle.
try video.
It's great to have you. Now, we don't have a video yet, but we definitely got you online.
All right, well, let's...
Oh, there you are. There's your... Hi, it's so nice to see you.
Nice to see you too.
Yay! So, one of the things, Michelle, before we go on to the next subject, was many of the people who came in today will want to know how to do the weaving. And because of the issue with time, we weren't able to get a PDF or something. So could you tell people how they could go about getting instructions to do the weaving?
Sure. So, one of the things that we've found is on Pinterest and also on YouTube, there are whole heaps of videos about how to weave rubbish. Now, it's a funny story. I'll just grab something.
Okay.
Can you see this bowl?
Yes.
Okay. Now, I wanted to do something different, and I'll show you some of our products shortly. Anyway, I went on to Pinterest and I found this fantastic Danish lady, and she does in-depth videos step by step on how to do rubbish, okay, or how to fold this. So I followed it exactly just to check to make sure, and that was my creation. So anyone who wants to, you just Google weaving junk, rubbish, or chippy packets, you know, weaving chip, or crisp, you guys call them over there, don't you? Crisp packet. So, yeah, there's heaps of stuff available. Just to show you, though, so here's some chippy packets that I've cut up. So that's in our medium weave. And it's really simple because basically it's all about halves. So you fold it in
half like this. Look, I can even do it. So can you see how I've brought those ends into the middle?
Oh, yes, yeah.
And then you just do it again and you actually fold it in half like that, taking those bits inside. And then what we do is we bring the two ends into the middle and fold it again, and bingo. And that's your weave. That's how simple it is. And then you just
Wow.
put them together. And what we use is templates. So we cut them out like this. This is how we started. And then you sort of move up because you're doing so many into a guillotine. But those are the sizes. And look, I'm happy if anyone wants to PM me at any time to offer advice, to have a Facebook hookup on Messenger, to go through it. You know, it's no problem. We love to share, you know, and if you're helping the environment, that's a really, really good thing. So the other thing, now that we've actually got video, these are coffee bags. Now, this was Lily's creation, okay? So Lily has a mind that can see beyond what is in front of you. And after we started with the chippy and the rubbish packets, she's gone, you know, it's got to be more that we can do. And she went, let's do coffee. So when you go to your coffee shop, this is an Australian brand, and you order your takeaway cappuccino, the beans that are in the machine come from these coffee bags. And you know what? They're 1 kilo bags, which is just crazy. Now, I've got a fact and figure here. I'm just going to grab you because it'd be interesting to Google how much in North America there are of these bags. And you know what? They all end up in landfill, Cherry.
Absolutely.
It is just, you know, the craziest thing. I haven't got it near me, but I forget how many million of these are imported into Australia per year. Like, it's just crazy, crazy stuff. So we've been making a lot of our stuff out of the coffee bags, saving them from landfill. And while Junk Weavers was going, we were up over 3 tons of rubbish that we had stopped going into landfill.
Amazing. Yes, I mean, it's just incredible if you start to think around the world how many coffee bags there are. I mean, in Canada now we're stopping with plastic straws, for example. That's not allowed anymore. The single take-up cups right now with the COVID-19, of course, you can't get anything but in a take-up cup. But we were moving to doing that, you know, kind of thing too, where people were discouraged from using single serving
single-use plastic.
Yeah, but it's a huge problem everywhere. And I see some other pieces behind you. I see like is it a mirror?
So I've got, that's actually just a picture frame that I've done. Now, these are I'll stand up. These are like the bowls, right?
Amazing.
That we make.
Beautiful.
Okay. Talking about that's the crocheted ring pulls.
Oh,
You know,
isn't
little-
that something?
Stick it on your side. Now, when I was talking about the rolled rubbish, your magazines,
Yeah.
okay, that's a bowl.
And it's
Made
just
out
a
of
coil.
magazine.
It's
Just
coil.
a coil. Really simple.
Isn't that something?
So this is like some coasters out of course, everybody here loves Cadbury chocolates, so they're quite popular.
I think that's universal.
Yeah, true. Now, the bag that you put up is a bag like this. We call it a box bag. It's actually one of Lily's specialties, and it's made from the cardboard boxes that the grog comes in. So you can make it out of anything. You can make it out of a Coke box, wine boxes, beer boxes, whatever.
Beautiful, Lily.
And
What
they're really sturdy. It's quite amazing, actually. They come up, they're quite popular. So here's this is what I talked about. Look the size of this beach bag. That's pet food.
Isn't that something? And you definitely wouldn't worry about sand and that with that.
Because you just wash it out. The other great use for this is, now that we don't have plastic bags in supermarkets, you can take and, you can put your potatoes and your onions and all that sort of stuff in it, bring it home, and then if the dirt's on the bottom, you just wash it out. Like, how cool's that?
It is very cool.
So these are the earrings, which I didn't even have time to put on this morning. So, they're all good fun.
Beautiful.
But you can basically do anything. And when you start weaving, like, you'll do a little base like this, and then you weave it all together in big long lines, and away you go. Now, can we just flick to Lily? Can you unmute Lily? She's got some stuff there to show as well.
Okay. Hi, Lily.
Hello. Is this better, the lighting?
Yes, it is. Thank you. Yes, definitely.
Okay. Well, I've been sitting here weaving as we speak because I have them all ready in the bag. That's chip packets, which you can make into a wine bottle holder.
Oh, isn't that something? That's beautiful, Lily. What a great idea.
Empty. You can do them shorter, so you can have soft drink tins for stubby holders.
Right.
And then from the chip packets, I've gone up to the coffee bean bag size, and they fit the champagne bottles.
Oh, beautiful.
With the handle.
Oh, and the nice design in that one. That's really.
And it's from this bag here, Zambrera, the Mexican coffee shop and food. And it's how you cut the colors to get the design. So it takes extra time to get your colors out.
Right.
But, the outcome is what you want, is the colors. And that's the other. We've perfected also a top. See how this one is a jagged edge and this is a flat edge.
Amazing, yes.
When Michelle and I
like this.
Changed it.
That's got a zip in it.
Oh, look at that. Can you hold it up just a little bit?
I'll just try and take the zip.
So you're actually sewing a zipper in it. Wow.
Yeah. That's your top. So you can take that off to wherever you're going and nobody would know what's inside.
This is a Cadbury one. It's a little bag. And that's what Michelle said. We sew the zipper in.
Wow. It's just like fabric, basically.
But you've got to be really careful when you sew it, because you can't put the needle through the plastic, Sherry, because it's just no good. So we actually make our own needles out of milk bottles, the plastic out of a milk bottle, and we make like a rounded needle. I've got one here. The other thing you can't do is use, normal thread. You have to use like a wax thread. So there's our needle, just out of one finger. There we go. That's it. And you used a wax thread, sort of like dental floss, so that it doesn't rip the plastic.
Right. Well, that's innovative. And do you have something else to show us, Lily?
Yeah.
That's stunning.
That's from the Coke, because it's two different ring pulls. The top that I did is from the soft drink. This is Coke. And I do them so they're different color.
Isn't that beautiful?
So you can have gold and charcoal. You can have blue, charcoal. You can have red and charcoal. You can have purple and charcoal. You can have black and black. But they're great. I used to put zippers on them, but I didn't have to in the end because about time factor. If I wanted to sell them for $35, it took me 35 hours to make this one.
Wow.
And once you put your phone and your keys in it, you still can go dancing and it's not going to fall out.
Well, and it's so sparkly. It's definitely up for dancing.
The colors.
Lily, talk about the benefit, the lady that travelled overseas that got you to make a bag.
Yeah, I made a similar one with a zipper, and I made two because she wanted one for a friend in Sweden and a friend in France. And I put keepers on the back so she could wear it on her belt. And yeah, if someone tried to cut it with a knife, you could damage it, but you wouldn't get into your items inside because of the ring pulls. Plus, being aluminium, I'm guessing it would be RIFD as well, so no one can tamper with your cards. So 2 bags into Europe, yeah, Sweden and France.
Well, I am blown away. I had no idea of the scope for what you guys are doing.
Here's the vest, the top.
So just talk, Lily, so that you get moved into the main frame.
It's the neckline and it comes around there, and that's the front, and that tapers across down here like that.
Isn't that cute?
And
It's
the
gorgeous.
back. Can you see the ribbing?
Yes.
And the way I've attached the ribbing, if you see on the inside, I've attached the ring pulls with more ribbing horizontally before I actually lace them. And then I just put little beads down the bottom there, make it pretty. But I sent you that photo, Michelle, you can send to Sherry.
Okay, cool.
That was 200 hours plus. I start at 9 o'clock and go till 1 o'clock for about 6 weeks.
Well, but that is a really beautiful piece of clothing, Lily.
Because Michelle said I couldn't do it.
See, that's one way to get her to do it, isn't it? Oh, you can't do that.
Here's my little one of the box bags with a single strap.
Oh, Moscato, beautiful.
They're strong, very strong. They're not waterproof, but they're splash proof, so you can run around in the rain with them and they won't fall apart.
Right.
And here's another smaller one that's a coffee bean bag from a couple of different coffee shops. And that's
Beautiful
got a
design.
flat bag.
It's just amazing how the labels create that design almost, organically.
And you can change your handles to help whatever you prefer. And the thing is, our handles are interchangeable. So say if you didn't like that and you just wanted the one like this, it's easy enough to change the handles. So you're not limited. And then I have, this is another coffee bean bag from a shop called Pie Face. It's run in the service stations. And Michelle hasn't seen this platter yet. It took 80 of these bags. Ready, Michelle?
I'm ready. Whoa, the platter. Woo! Don't they come up lovely?
It's bigger than my head.
Looks great.
That is gorgeous too.
I'm a bit annoyed it's all red. I would have liked to, because it was my first one, I would have liked to have color-coded, like different colors in it.
Well, it's beautiful and shiny. I think anybody would love to have that in their kitchen.
One of the things we do, Sherry, is we actually pick up coffee bags from a number of the cafes and restaurants here in Cairns and the Northern Beaches up to Palm Cove where I live, saving all those coffee bags from landfill. And we actually make every coffee shop that we collect from one of the bowls. So basically, there's a different one. So one of these bowls we give to each of the coffee shops that we collect from. and they put serviettes in it, all sorts of things, and they love it, and they display it, and the number of people that comment on it is really amazing. And the number of people that know us go, oh, we were at a coffee shop where one of your guys' bowls was displayed, so we know that they recycle.
Well, it's just been just fascinating to talk with you both and see what you've created. I think this should be a worldwide initiative. It's just amazing.
It's like there is a lot of people around the world doing it, and my goal is to be an advocate for this and try and get it implemented worldwide. You know, we wanted to try and get it going in Australia, and we've been dabbling now with how to teach via the internet, which I think is going to be the way of the future. It's just a little bit tricky with putting together the weaves, but, you know, it's doable, it's possible. So well, I never say nothing's possible. Anything is possible. You've just got to put it out there. I mean, look at this, Sherry. Who would have thought that we would be live streaming around the world from down under? You know?
Absolutely.
It's just amazing.
The magazine would love to support you in this initiative.
We'd love to come to Canada. Wouldn't we, Lily? Yes. And, you know, I lived in Canada for 12 months many years ago.
Wow. We'd love to have you back. So I think that we've got some people on the line, and I'm pretty sure that I've been doing all the talking on their behalf, but I think some of the people would love to probably ask some questions in that. So I'm going to say thank you and open it up to people online. If you'd have some comments or questions for Michelle or Lily, just unmute your phone. So try and do it one at a time. We'd love you to tell us where you're from and what other maybe initiatives you're doing in your part of the world. So just go to the bottom of your screen and hit unmute.
Don't be shy.
Don't be shy. But I know that we're getting close to the end of our day.
Well, while we wait for that unmute, you can keep an eye on the unmute. I want to show you something else, because Lily and I have now gone from making stuff that you can use to art, to sculptures. So this is a stingray. You see him?
Oh my goodness, yes.
And then this is all out of coffee bags. So this is one in the world. So that was a bit of a trial for us to see how it would work. Now we are making two 6-foot sculptures, one being a marlin and one being a dolphin. The marlin's going to be made out of coffee bags, and the dolphin is being made out of chippy packets, which is what I've been cutting up the last couple of days.
Wow.
We believe that they are going to be the first single-use plastic sculptures in the world. There's a lot of art sculptures out there, but it's, oh, let's collect all the rubbish on the beach and make a sculpture. Oh, let's collect milk bottles and make a sculpture, Coke cans, beer cans, all that sort of stuff. But I can't find any that are made from coffee bags and chip packets. So the weaving, it gives it that extra strength, Sherry. You know, that we can put some structure into it. So it's taking us a while. You know, Lily just told you how many hours it took to make that ring pull bodice. Yeah. You can imagine how many hours is going into these sculptures. But we'll get there, and I tell you what, when we do, we're going to let you know.
Well, that's amazing. So I'm going to give one more opportunity for anybody to unmute their phone and ask questions of Michelle.
I don't have any questions. I'd just like to say that I love the product and inspired to actually get on to Google and try and make a bag or something. So thanks so much for the inspiration and the idea.
Great stuff, Holly. And as we said, I'm happy for you to PM me. I'm on Facebook. You know, we can send you some instructions. I can put you onto some sites. I don't think we have any. Lily has done some instructional videos. You know, anything is possible. Just be inspired. Just look at your pantry and go, oh, I can do this. Oh, did I tell you we wrote a hip hop song about this?
No.
Okay, I will just play you before we go, if I can get into it. Gee, I wish I'd been able to get onto the internet earlier, but way it goes, IT. Might have to come back one day, Sherry.
Yes, absolutely. Well,
I mean, I can talk underwater.
while you're finding it,
And we haven't even had a chance to talk about tapping and the calmness of that.
I think we're going to have to make that another session, Michelle.
I think so.
But I'll just wrap up while you're finding this song. So
Yep.
people, please go to our YouTube channel at 45 Women Disrupting Influencers, and subscribe to our YouTube channel. It's brand new, but that's where you'll be finding all these videos on. Like our Facebook page at 45. Follow us and join for sure our Facebook group, which is Fab 45 Women's Revolution. And by all means, please subscribe to our video. If you have something interesting you'd like to share, we'd love to hear about it. Okay, did you find that song, Michelle? Oh no.
It's not coming up. It's not my day. Oh, hang on with IT.
Oh no.
Even if I can just play a tiny, tiny little bit. Let's see.
We work our magic, yes.
Go back. It's my daughter. You'll hear it in a minute.
Eating garbage is what we like to do. We can teach you so you can do it too.
You know,
As an NGO, we want to show you what to do with the junk. Reducing waste facilitates your weight in our truck. Check out your fridge, rigid edge, identify plastics. They're single use are great. It's to recycle a great tactic.
so on Friday, we are sharing your article out again in
Cool.
our issue. And actually that song, I think, is in that issue. So,
Yeah.
so thanks again, Lily and Michelle. It's been a real pleasure. And let's try and set up another session about the tapping, Michelle.
Thank you so much for having us. And look, it's a delight. I love your magazine, and it's just fantastic to be able to share with other women. And please, anyone out there who wants to contact me, feel free. It is a crazy world. It is a crazy time out there. So we need to all get together. We need to come together and support one another as best we can.
Absolutely. And your contact is Michelle
McIntyre on Facebook. Yep.
Great. Thanks again, Lily.
Thank you. See you, Sherry.
Okay. Thank you, everyone. Enjoy the rest of your day. Bye.
Bye.